Alright, welcome back to Missing Persons TV. I'm Brian Labb with my co-host Deborah. Today's Tuesday, August 11th, 2009, 2:33 a.m. Tonight we're going to be discussing the case of Robert Grant Manwill. He was a missing child that went missing from Boise, Idaho. I have on the phone with me Deborah. Deborah, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. We started working on this case on the 27th of July. He went missing on the 24th, correct?
Correct.
Okay, we've been working on this case. We've seen a lot of really strange things that happened. Unfortunately, Robert was found in a canal deceased. What's happened so far as the news reports that have been coming in and information that we've received?
Well, it all started on July 24th of this year. Robert was visiting his mom, and I guess mom's boyfriend lives there. She had visitation rights for him, and he went missing while visiting her at her apartment home in Boise, Idaho. There's not clear information as to what exactly happened that night, as to where he was, who he was with, those types of things. There's information that he was playing with a little girl there at the apartment complex. And then there have been some things said that he was in the pool, in the hot tub, but no one had seen him. He was reported missing that night, and sadly, like you had said, they did find Robert. They found him on August 3rd in the New York Canal. Where they found him is approximately 14 miles from his mom's apartment. Even though that canal runs near the mom's apartment, they say that it's impossible for him to have drifted that far in the canal. They have grates in there, and I know we were discussing that on one of the shows. But what law enforcement says at this point is that Robert was not abducted by a stranger and that his death is a homicide. And they believe that something tragic happened to Robert based on things that they found in the mom's apartment. So to me, it looks like someone that was supposed to protect and love Robert, take care of him, and make sure that he's okay, is most likely someone that did him harm.
Question. Okay, he was not abducted and is a homicide. Who does that leave? Who are we pointing the finger to then?
Well, from what I've seen, if you just take those statements right there, to me, the finger is pointing directly at the immediate family. He was in the care of his mother and mom's boyfriend that evening. And evidence found in her apartment led them to make the statement that something tragic happened to him. And they've also termed it a homicide.
Okay, now we've done reports. We've had people on that have actually lived in the apartment complex. Know the police there. They know what was found. They know that there was blood found in the apartment and on the staircase leading down from the apartment. They pulled out 2 trailerfuls of evidence from the home, but yet no arrest. Why is that?
You got me. I can't figure it out myself. I don't understand why. Everything points like, something happened by those that love him the most. That would leave the people wearing the Find Robert t-shirts. In the photo, we've got his mom, Melissa Jenkins, and her boyfriend, Daniel Ehrlich. And then also we have his father. His father is Charles Manwill. And then his wife, her name is Afton. And then there's some uncles, that we've seen in the news a bit. And, family members being a spokesperson. But I just don't understand why something isn't happening. Why there has not been an arrest. Because it looks pretty easy to me.
When reports first came out, police said that they did not believe that Robert was in any danger. I don't understand where they'd get that from. Anytime an 8-year-old goes missing, he's in danger. He or she's in danger. I don't get a lot of stuff that's going on in this case. It's very, very, very odd, and I cannot believe that they only have any suspects yet. I'm sure that they do, but I do not understand why not, lock some of these people up or at least question them and hold them, because if you murdered somebody, you're a flight risk. I don't get that, and it's really, really aggravating, and I'm sure a lot of people feel that way. This is something that should never happen. And what we're trying to do is basically we're we set up a website, www.justiceforrobert.com, and the goal of the website is basically to prevent something like this from happening again. I don't know what we can do to stop something like this. We have a few ideas, but we really want people like those who are listening right now to go to the website and give us your ideas. What can be done to stop something like this from happening again? You had some good ideas, Deborah. Why don't you bring those up?
Well, I'm not so sure about good ideas. I do think that the more people talk about it and pool information together, that they may be able to accomplish some things.
Child Services. Okay, she has a.
Well, they've had the finger pointed at them if they've dropped the ball on Robert's behalf here. Why was he with Mom in the first place?
I don't understand when a child goes missing. Why was there no Amber Alert in the beginning? Do we know why?
Well, there's a specific criteria that has to be met for the Amber Alerts. I know we complain about that a lot, but we have a good system. I think it could be used more. But if one element of that criteria is not met, then they don't issue it. But we did hear from someone in the Boise, Idaho area that Mom did not want an Amber Alert. Mom did not want this or that. To me, that's suspicious too. If my child was missing, I'd be screaming and yelling. I'd want everything done to find my child. I'd also step up and request a polygraph to eliminate myself.
Yeah, well said. So what we're trying to do is get people to go to the justiceforrobert.com website, and any ideas that you may have of trying to prevent something like this from happening again. If it takes more stricter laws with child services, monitoring or whatever, we really want to hear them. Deborah?
Well, as far as Robert's case goes, Robert can't speak for himself. He needs everybody that is willing and able to speak for him to get him justice. And as far as child services goes and preventing things like this from happening again, if you see anyone harm their child or a child, please report it to social services. I believe you can make those reports anonymously, but please, if you have any thoughts that something is wrong with the child's well-being, please report it to the authorities.
Thank you. So again, the website is www.justiceforrobert.com. If you have any information about the case, want to share your own personal thoughts, have any comments on the website, or anything else, but mainly we're concerned about what we can do to prevent something like this from happening again, because this was uncalled for. Robert did not have to die. That's all I got, Deborah. You got anything else?
Okay, I have one more thing to add. You can follow Justice for Robert on Twitter by going to twitter.com/justice4Robert.
All right, thank you guys. We'll be back on tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Good night.